Kikhubor ka Batesi TV. Lawan Rashapi ka Frank Motors, the all-new Altros. Now, with more exciting features. Ka any ride, ka app ban book taxi bat bike, ban pensuk ya ka let kawan katkum ka jingdon kam jongpi, namar bangi nyokor ya ka por jongpi. Download ya ka app na ka Play Store.
Ka IZ Group of Institution Bangalore, kadai ke college babhatam nagabenta ke jingpuli nursing but paramedical course, hospital training, new scholarship but 6% ka kam, aki hospital bahedo India but shabari. Na benta ke jingpuli ke jingseo ka baret but hila ban legu ban puli da ke education loan. Hila ruban syukola hu number khandai nyo saw san riu pranot. Lani khandai pran riu license, ar riu khandai pra.
Ka Sorkar jila kala bay Pisa san pau Hajar tengka marwe nakabenta ki nurse ki ban yo Hikai Pyntbit hadien bakila Shah haka job fair bala pelong dekat nat ka koi ka khia Sorkar jila hanang wa Shillong haka sautrik unailar Hajar pulai menteri rang bak jila konat kongkal sangma ule thu payakani ka job fair on sa pelong ru shen hanang ba tura khanang bak samla natura ki bam yo alat punishmenta ka job fair bala pelong hanang ba Shillong kin yo punishmenta la ongru ba kani ka job fair kan pli kabu ya ki samla ki bakwa banai tre shabar jo jela khnang bakin dubla ban yo ya ka kamai kaji ka bapoho pahai.
When we first rooted this idea of providing this opportunity for our nurses, there was some apprehension from madams, but now you were saying that we don't know whether 300 also come. So now we are using forums and accommodating all these aspiring candidates who seek employment which is going to be good and gainful not just for them but for their careers, for their families. So it's a huge systemic change, and happy that we've reached this day where we are having this fair. I want to thank these providers, job providers, these agencies. Please minimize the cut downs of pay to cover the rest of the cost of the training program, because most of them, I'm quite sure about 90% of them, have taken loans to even become nurses. We need to handhold these enthusiastic citizens of the state of Meghalaya, and we only depend on you. Dear nurses, you are now qualified nurses. There is no two ways that you will not receive the best of nursing training. But just to be a nurse alone is not sufficient. You now have to get back to a bit of studying. You need to sharpen your skills, not just in your nursing professions, but you also need to learn technologies that is being used in these nations, in these countries. The Honourable Chief Minister is going to be willing to fund 50,000 per head for you to be equipped to go to these foreign countries, then we need to also make sure you don't take this lightly. You go for a program and then you say, oh no, after 1 week, 1 month, I'm going home and homesick. I hope that that will not happen. We need to ensure that a systemic responsibility is also something that you will be part of. You should sign agreements that you will not just back up and like a spoiled child say, I miss my mom, my dad, I'm running away home. So this comes with a great sense of responsibility. Please take this responsibility positively.
All the nurses who are here today to be part of this overseas nursing job fair program, and hopefully all the beneficiaries of this program. At the very outset, I would like to take this opportunity to thank and to congratulate the department, and most importantly the person heading and leading this department, who is none other than the Honourable Minister, Kong Amprin Lito, for the initiative that has been taken by her and the entire health department for making this particular job fair a possibility. As has been mentioned by her, that this whole idea was brought in by her and discussed with the department, and when they came to me with the presentation, of course without any hesitation, I personally and the whole other departments that were present felt that this is a great opportunity for the youth of our state. And speaking of that, just to get into a basic idea that this is nothing but basic economics. Because there is a huge opportunity that lies in terms of the kind of requirements that are there in the rest of the world. We have a large amount and a number of aging population in different parts of the world. And therefore, clearly with the shortage of manpower to be able to cater to these needs, there's a very huge opportunity for a country like India to play a very, very important role. And we always say that the youth is our greatest strength, and hence we would want to see that how Meghalaya could also play its part and we could get part of the opportunity for our youth. So therefore this is a great project. This is something that we fully support. Our minister has mentioned that there was a request from the training company that there should be some subsidy and some financial support from the state government, and the amount that was mentioned by them, which was 50,000 rupees per beneficiary, without any hesitation, as I said, the finance department has cleared that. And Kong Amprin was asking me that how many people are we looking at? Is there a limit to the number of people that we will send in the first year? I told her very, very clearly and very confidently, we have no limits. So in case tomorrow all 1,000 of you are there who wish to go and qualify and are able to complete your training, rest assured the state government will support each and every one of you. The advantages of our human resource going to other parts of the world is something that is going to open up a huge opportunity for our state. And there are many, many examples in the country today to showcase that. And so starting off with the basic thing like, foreign exchange that comes in. I want to give you an example of, forget a state like Kerala. I'll talk about a country like Bangladesh. And if you study the entire economy of Bangladesh in the last 2 decades, you will see that the amount of foreign exchange that came in because of the people that were working outside coming into the country, into Bangladesh, and the kind of impact it had in the overall savings because people in Bangladesh save a lot. You saw this complete, change taking place at the grassroots level in terms of the overall economics. This is just one example of how this entire process could benefit our state. And as I said, apart from the foreign exchange that comes in, the exposure that each one of you will get, the fact that the relationship with the other countries will improve, the fact that not just in nursing, but tomorrow there could be other business opportunities that will open up. The relationship between Meghalaya, India, and the countries where we're going to go to will open up more opportunities in other areas like agriculture or trade, and that's really what I look at and as a government we look at. That in the coming 5 to 10 years to 15 to 20 years, if we are able to build this kind of a relationship, able to send our people there who will be able to really become brand ambassadors, become ambassadors of our state, I see a huge opportunity being unlocked by us being able to do that. And that's really what is driving us to be very, very aggressive in what we are doing today. And once again, I want to tell you that we will leave no stone unturned to ensure that we are able to support as many of you as possible. And hence, I request all of you, please give your 100% to it. Don't take it easy. Nothing comes easy. You have struggled for many years in your life. Your families have struggled to bring you where you are today. You are almost there. And this opportunity that we are being able to provide to all the agencies that are here today is maybe the greatest opportunity you will get. So give that 100% that you have. Don't leave anything, for chance. Work hard, and we are there to guide you all the way. I was explaining and discussing with the Honorable Minister that it's about the entire process. So don't think that we are just going to do this fair and it's over out here. We will handhold you all the way. So obviously there's going to be challenges when it comes to moving with, say, External Affairs Ministry for passports, or the entire issue of orientation when you reach the concerned destination where you are. Whatever help and support that we require, we will ensure that as a government we play our part to give that entire handholding in the process from day one, to the months and years that will come forward. But I also want to share with you the fact that it does not end with just nursing. For the other sectors, again, Meghalaya and India stands in a very unique position. And that is why the new education policy is very, very important for us. When we see that we are able to bring in skill, when we are able to bring in multidisciplinary education system, we are actually looking at being one of the main human resource providers for the world as a whole. And it's not just nursing. There will be many such sectors that will come out, and hence we feel that this was a very low-hanging fruit. We will start with this, but the message to all of you is we will continue to go into other sectors. Other sectors like hospitality. There's a huge demand. I was telling and discussing with, again, our team out here. Our culture is our advantage. You have to realize that because of the kind of culture that we have this natural tendency to be courteous to people. I'm not saying others are not. Others also have it. But I'm telling you the advantage, at least what we have. Our culture is our advantage. The care that we give is our advantage. Being a society, a tribal society, we are very, very sincere and simple in our approach. We are very humble in our approach, and I hope that will remain with you. Because you have to remember, these are qualities you will require in every walk of life. So these are factors that will add to our advantage of the fact that you are from the state of Meghalaya, and then we need to use that. And these kind of qualities of being simple and being caring and being sincere, smiling, very, very simple but a very powerful thing that you can do. These are things that are required almost in every sector. And hence, I hope that in the coming years, we will be able to create a strong system in place so that we are able to then venture into other forms of human resource area, and so that the students which we have out here can actually then get jobs outside. I was again discussing with the team, and they were mentioning to me that some countries are even looking for music teachers. So that's really great, because our people have a natural talent in music. So can we skill our people in music and be there? So I was telling and joking with them very lightly. I said that I also have something to do in case there is a problem. At least I cannot teach music, but I'll be there somewhere in between. So there's opportunity in music. There's opportunity in healthcare. There's opportunity in tourism. There's opportunity in construction. So many areas are there where we'll be able to move in. And that's my second part of my speech today, that we will explore and we'll go into all these areas, because we feel that we have the basic ethics and the principle and basic character to be able to provide the kind of service in other sectors, in other countries which they look for. But we just need to ensure that the skilling takes place in the right way. I need to ensure that the language proficiency is there, and then we need to provide the platform and support from our side so that our youth can actually then take advantage of it. So we are trying to bring all these under this platform, and this is the beginning of that. This is an initiative that was taken by our Honorable Minister for Health, Kong Amperin Lingdo, where there was a huge gap that was seen in terms of the need for health care services, especially for nurses at the international level, and the availability of skilled manpower at the state of Meghalaya. And hence, the only requirement was to actually connect these two dots, where the government could play a very crucial role in financially supporting as well as logistically supporting this entire initiative. And that is what we're doing today. We have this overseas nurse job fair, where an overwhelming response has come from the nursing community. We have more than 1,000 nurses who have come in here in the first phase, and we are now going to go through a selection process where few nurses will be selected, and the government of Meghalaya will be supporting them with 50,000 for their training from the government of Meghalaya side per individual, and as many as they qualify, we will be happy to support as many as possible. And we hope that once this happens, this will be a huge impact, not just in the personal lives of the individuals who get through, but for the overall state, where foreign exchange, different connections and different sectors will then open up for economic activity in the state with the country with which we are able to partner with and send our manpower out there. So it's a great step forward, and I congratulate the Honourable Minister, congratulate the department and all the stakeholders who have made this particular job fair a possibility. We will be having this job fair also in Tura very soon, because our nurses from Tura were not able to come. So we will ensure that in Garo Hills region also this job fair is conducted. And in the future, not just nursing, but we hope to be able to expand and reach out to other sectors also apart from nursing, like hospitality, like the construction sector, and even areas of, like, say for example, music and other sectors. So we are seeing a great opportunity, and this is just the beginning. We hope that we'll be able to really expand this and really provide great opportunity to the youth of our state.
We don't have the breakup, but in general, the registration in the nursing council is approximately anything between 10 to 14,000.
This is a pilot project, and hence we have been told that about 50,000 from the state government side support will be required, which we have agreed to. So depending on the number of candidates who qualify to go for this training, the budget will depend on that. But say on a ballpark figure, even say suppose 500 of them qualify. So we're looking at a 2.5 crore subsidy to be given from the state government side. But if you look at the other way around, that each one of them will on an average get about 1.5 lakhs per month of salary. That's approximately about close to 15 lakhs of salary in a year. So if you multiply all of that, the returns are much larger and much greater in terms of the revenue that the foreign exchange that will come back into the state. So it's maybe one of the most best investments that we can make as a state government to provide jobs, training, exposure, and get back the returns in terms of the foreign exchanges. Once they are selected, there is a guarantee that they will get a job in one of the countries abroad. So that is how this works, and hence when they are selected for the training, because obviously the recruiting agencies will do a screening process, and based on their aptitude and their overall capacity and their ability, their knowledge and other factors which of course the agencies will decide, they will be selected. As I said, once they're selected, they are guaranteed a job in the overseas market. We will now look into the opportunity in the aspect of looking at other areas also.